Good morning, all of you. Welcome, all of you, in Empowered Voices, where we celebrate her journey. Today, we have a guest, Dr. Deepthi R. She is an associate professor, PSIC, MIC, and PGI MSR, Bangalore. She is a MBBS doctor, MD, DNB, community medicine. She is having 15 years of experience in the field of medical research. And she is an amazing person with amazing personality. She is a winner and she sacrificed a lot in her life. And she started her journey in the field of community medicine and public health. Now her dream is to make a difference in the field of public health and community medicine. She is working for the disabled people continuously from last 15 years. So welcome you ma'am in Empowered Voices. So welcome you ma'am in Empowered Voices and first of all I want to thank you to come here and please tell about your journey, how you become doctor, how you become a medical professor.
Actually, I am from a place called Mandya, which is 100 kilometers from Bangalore. The time I was born and brought up there, it was still a town, though not anymore.
Okay.
And my father is from an agricultural background. I think he was the first generation who studied masters, and he was in the revenue department, a government work. You know, we are still that middle class family which thinks government work is something is the ultimate
Yes.
goal to reach. And my mother, she is also a postgraduate in arts, and she joined she was working as a second division clerk actually in a college, okay, in a PU and degree college, okay. She always wanted to do medicine, but their socioeconomic status was not very supportive of that. So my mom always had this dream that something I couldn't achieve if my daughter does that. That is something, it's like every mother's or parents dream. She always, but as a school student, I wasn't like very bright in the beginning of my career. Like I still remember in my fourth standard, fifth standard, getting some 40th rank, 50th rank, and all. Okay, so they thought, okay, she shouldn't burden her much. But somehow, as the years passed by, then my grades in the school started improving. Maybe my understanding of the subject, or I'm a late bloomer, I don't know what to call. So slowly it started improving. My mom used to always say, see, there are no doctors. If you become doctor, I'll buy you a bike, I'll buy you some gold jewelry, I'll buy you so many dresses. He was just trying to get me to study well. In second PUC, I really put my heart and soul. Okay. And this was the time I'm talking in 1997. 96, 97 was the time I did my second PUC. Tuitions and all were not that much expensive. Fortunately, I belong to a district. So then I was awarded in so many ceremonies, and then I got a free medical seat. I had a lot of government medical seats, colleges where I could choose, but my father was very afraid, girl going very far away from home. So he requested me to choose something which is very close. And Adi Chunchandgiri Institute of Medical Science, which is a part of Mandya district. I'm talking of the era where if I had to call from Mandya to Mysore or Bangalore, it used to be an STD. Okay. And hardly we had phones in our home. So my father, I still remember he was standing in the gate and he was shouting, take Adi Chunchandgiri, local call, he was telling you.
Okay.
So my journey in medicine started with that. I never imagined that I would get I just put in my efforts, and I used to tell my dad always, Appa, I will try my level best, but if I can't become doctor, don't worry, I'll at least become a nurse. It is something in line with the medical profession. So I used to tell, and I'm the first doctor in my family.
Okay.
I did not have much guidance. And then after I joined MBBS, things went well. I was first class throughout. And when I came to final year, what happened? There were three of we girls in the family who are of similar age, who were born on
Okay.
Mondays. Like one Monday she was born, next Monday I was born, and the following Monday my another cousin was born. So
Okay.
they were all, they had taken other streams like
Oh.
TCH or something else. So they were married very early and they also had their children.
Hmm.
So my father was very stressed. Okay, what if I don't get a boy to my daughter? You know, things like that.
Yeah.
And in final year MBBS, I was married. Okay, so that was another turning point. My husband is from Mysore. I always wanted to be in Mysore. Okay,
Okay.
being in Mandi, you know that my thought was only that much. I
Okay.
felt, you know, Mysore is a better place to say, better people. Um, so my dreams are very small, I would say, at that point in time. I had not seen much world. Okay, and whatever I had, you know, I was always happy with it. I was adjusting and going. And being the eldest, taking responsibility was always a part of my life. So even in my MBBS days, even after marriage, I took responsibility of whatever happened. Then we realized that the kind of money we are earning in Mysore was very little. Even for our people may think, you know, doctors means they earn a lot. But I still remember my husband used to get some 8,500 per month to home. It
Mhm.
was not enough for anything.
Yes,
Even
yes.
in 2003 and 4, less than 10,000 is something we could live with. Okay, then we decided there were other places where they were offering better salary. So we moved to a place called Kuppam,
Okay.
okay, which is the border of Andhra, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu. It's a constituency of Chandrababu Naidu, sir. Okay, so there was a new medical college by PES. So he joined there as associate professor. I joined the same institute as tutor. Okay, and as a tutor, I was getting 9,000 rupees salary. So my husband's salary, which he used to get after 5 years, and my husband started getting 35,000. And suddenly, you know, we did not know what to do with the money because we used to live in
Yeah.
such little amount of money. We
Mm.
did not know what to do. Suddenly, it was like a luxury.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
then we started investing, we bought a car, you know, then we started thinking of how we can make our life better. Now we earn lakhs and still we feel it is not enough.
Yeah.
And I think for our children the life is so different. But though we did not earn much during that time, I think the level of satisfaction and contentment we had was very high. So
Yeah.
that 1 year I did work as a tutor in that institute, and I also prepared for my PG entrance. Again, I had not joined any coaching, unlike now where people start their PG coaching from first year MBBS exam. Okay, I'm not saying right or wrong, but that was the situation then. That
Yeah.
was the norm. Not many people were joining PG coaching during that time. It was mostly self study. Okay, so in spite of that, I got I qualified for All India entrance, and I also got rank. But by then, my husband had told that, you know, you're somebody who is good with oration. You speak well. You can make some difference,
Mm.
and you know, you're not somebody who can do night duty. You can take too much of stress. And my husband is in the paraclinical side.
Yeah.
He's from MD biochemistry. So
Okay.
he was telling, if you can take up something, you know, this side, and he was telling take up pharmacology. Okay,
Okay.
because we knew one of my husband's cousin had finished pharmacology, and she was doing very well in her life. Okay, she was working in corporate setup. So I had applied. So I took St. John's entrance exam. So I took pharmacology and community medicine. Okay, I did not know much about community medicine that time. So once I got qualified in both the places, then we had interview. After the interview, I was selected in community medicine, but I was shortlisted in pharmacology. At that time, I did not have much love for community medicine or public health, the branch I was in. So one whole month I was asking the people who are selected in pharmacology, you get better seat somewhere else. Why don't you leave so that I get that seat, you know? And used to sit and cry, oh my God, what will I do with community medicine like that? But somehow that year they did not leave and I joined community medicine. Then I think second day of my joining the post graduation, they said you people have to attend the lectures of senior professors, you know, so that you get to know the subject a little more better. I still remember 8:30 class. I'm sitting. My guide, my mentor. Even now, I look up to him, Dr. Arvind Kasturi. So his class, he there is one research type called as cohort study. Okay, and if you ask medical students, they say epidemiology is the most boring chapter. They hate community medicine. They hate epidemiology. So I am just sitting, and sir is taking class. Within 15 minutes, hairs on my hands are standing.
Oh,
I just couldn't believe that this subject can be taught in such nice way that you can reach people, you can reach. Then you know, then I understood. Then I started working with community. Then we started making difference in the community. It is a much bigger picture than what you do with just one patient. Okay.
yes,
Then I got to know. See, whatever I wish, the plan God has for me, you know, that is much better. So I shouldn't doubt His plan. So
yes,
whatever when it doesn't go my way, no, I always think of that. Whatever, if it doesn't happen, also, God has a better plan for me. That's why this thing didn't happen. So God has something else in my casket, or He feels this is not for me, something else. So these are few things. Then 3 years in St. John's Medical College, and my postgraduate, my teachers, my co-PGs, my juniors, seniors, everybody. It was more like a personality development course. Most courses will happen for 3 to 5 days, and I always say we are privileged to have that course for 3 years.
yes, yes.
No, it changed me as a person, and that's where I met Mary. Okay,
Oh,
that is the
dear,
place
dear.
I met Mary, and you know our bond is still so good. So 2006 to 9, I did my post graduation, and whatever I am today, okay, I owe it to my teachers. I owe it to the training which I got from there. After that, I finished my post graduation. Then we also gave DNP exams. We cleared that. Then I joined Sri Devaraja's Medical College because my husband had moved from Kuppam to Sri Devaraja's Medical College as professor at that time. So as soon as I finished, automatically I had to join my husband. So I went and joined there. And I, being finished from St. John's, I used to be always having high energy. I wanted to make some difference in the community. So whatever I have put my heart and soul and tried to make little difference whatever I could do in there. There we had given a lot of responsibility. So academically things were very good. That was the time I started my academic journey of publishing and research.
Okay,
Research,
okay.
though we did a lot in St. John's, it was more of service oriented rather than research at that point in time.
Mm-hmm.
People were not so much concentrating on writing and publishing. They were more concentrating how I'm serving people, how many people are becoming better. So that was the concentration. But after my assistant professorship, I started concentrating on thesis, and I have helped more than 100 people just in Devaraja's Medical College in formulating their research work, in analyzing, in assisting, in guiding, and other things. Many things I wouldn't do. When they come to me, I always took it up like a challenge. You know, YouTube is there. I used to always learn in the YouTube. I see to it, I learned, I did, and I taught them. So that was a very satisfying journey. And even today, one of my interests is still today research. Okay.
Okay.
But what happened after 4 years, we were trying to have a baby. And me getting married in 2003, even after 2012, I was not able to conceive. So my
Okay.
infertility treatment started, and we did not know it was not working. It was just
Okay.